Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. How you doing, family? You know, keep that deep breath going. Are you rocking? You got some movement with that deep breath. Oh, yeah. And a vibration. Yeah, you can make that sound if you want to. That sound. Thank you for coming to dance with me today. Keep that music playing. Gotta rock a little bit. Feel it deep down in your soul. Come on, y'all. Ooh. Yes, thank you for coming to dance with me. 7/4/2018. Yes, it's 4:05 p.m. and you are tuned into the Conscious Self Health Care Conversation radio show with your host, that's me, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Health Care educator. So are you taking those deep breaths? And you know I'm going to ask you, family, those that you are tuned in live and those that you will listen to the rebroadcast show and those that will share it with a friend to listen to. You got to remember to take those deep breaths during the week. If you work in that job, if you're in that independent business of your own, if you're in a corporation, you got to take time through your day to breathe and relax. Don't give your power to no one. You know, you move in your journeys, you do what you need to do, but when you feel like you getting out of whack, when you feel like you off-centered, what you want to do is stop. You say nothing and just start breathing and watch the effect that people will have when you start breathing. Sometimes people might say, what's wrong with you? You got asthma or something? You say, no, I breathe so I won't have asthma or something. Family, we got to breathe more. We got to breathe more and we got to relax. Not only does it rejuvenate the body, not only does it minimize whatever you're calling stress at the moment, but you got to keep that lymphatic system activated at its best, at its optimal. And how is that done? That's done through the breath. So I want to thank you for tuning in and sharing this broadcast with a friend. This live show today, 7/4/2018. Thank you for listening in and taking that moment to be still. Be still. Be still if you're standing. Be still if you're sitting. Get in that lotus position if you can. Because Karen is thankful that now she can bend this leg with the side of the stroke and sit in that lotus position, which I couldn't do 7 months ago. So I'm moving along in perfect peace and harmony with my body. It's no struggle and it's no fighting. So you want to be still and you want to take those deep, deep breaths. So thank you for joining me in doing that. Setting back and tuning into yourself. You know the title of my poetry book, Tune Into Yourself Through the Magic of Poetry. You got to always be tuning into yourself. There were some powerful poems in that book that was given to me in year 2000 by the creator, because the creator knew I was going to go through some things along with my family members, and they said, look, we're going to bring these poems through to you so you can assist yourself and anyone else. And so on my show, thank you for tuning in to me. But I'm so thankful that you're able to tune into yourself. Taking those deep, deep breaths, honoring the being that you are. And, you know, today is 7/4/2018, July 4th, 2018. And this is one of those days where they have a holiday that they celebrate, as I was sharing with you last week. And so I'm going to share with you again about the movement that Brother Humam Abdul Malik from Blackanized Inc. and the Blackanized Report that he does on Facebook every morning, and then I put up on his YouTube channel, which has that long name until he receives at least 1,000 people subscribing to his channel, and then we can change that name. But it's a day that he's asking for, starting with this celebration day of the 4th of July. He's asking for this will be day 4 of the national, global, and international boycott, which is organized by him. And I put so that I can keep a track of what I'm doing and how I'm sharing this movement. My pound is pound or hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham, HAM, for Humam Abdul Malik. So if you want to know what the movement is all about, if you want to share about how you move through these so-called holidays that they have, which is a holidays, how you do to support the Black community. You have your own business, you're working with someone in partnership, of a Black owned store through the internet or locally in the area. We want to share this information globally, nationally, and internationally so we can start assisting each other better while we're here on planet Earth. So I'm in with this mass boycott. I'm in it in love and kindness, like I'm always in with everything else. And so I want to remind you about our deep, deep breathing. You see, the breath is our connection to source. And how do you label source? However you label source, it's our connection. And so that's why you hear me talking about taking these deep breaths all the time and just relaxing, because this is how I move through anything that comes in my life that appears to be not in harmony. The first thing I do is stop, be still, take a breath, and look at what's in front of me. And if we did that more, we would find more peace and harmony, within our life. Access your inner power through the control and extension of the breath and awakening the life force energy within. Shadow breathing, it limits the diaphragmatic range of motion. And every time we go through something or we hear about something, we tighten up and we freeze and we chop our breath off. And we don't get a proper circulation to life force energy in our bodies. And allows things to get trapped. And so you want to not hold your breath, but take that deep breath when you're going through something. Be it through the nose, in and out. Be it through the exchange of the mouth and the nose, in and out. Or be it through the mouth, in and out. I'm not that person that gets that stickler. You have to do it a certain way. But you want to breathe and you want to feel that breath go through your body. It's so important. Abdominal breathing encourages full oxygen exchange all through the body. Don't forget the brain. Leaving out full oxygen exchange. That is the beneficial trade of incoming oxygen and outgoing carbon dioxide. That's our link. That's our connection to who we are. We are Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is us. And as we support one another, the trees give us oxygen that looks like the lymphatic system in your body, that tree of life. It gives oxygen to the world. And our oxygen, that carbon dioxide that leaves us, is oxygen for the plants and for the universe. So it's a balance. It's a harmony. It's in peace. We are one with this universe. And that's why I ask you to take that moment to be still and hold on to the breath. Every show is a great show because I invite you to tune into yourself and take those deep, deep breaths with me to support your lymphatic system. While I or my guests and I share a wealth of information with you, conscious self-healthcare moves, information and strategies for you to consider to assist with helping health education for longevity and peace, helping you step up out of the dark ages of healthcare and leap into the new, some say it's an old paradigm of conscious self-healthcare, by becoming your own wellness doctor. Yes, I support you with becoming your own wellness doctor. And with the self-healthcare tools that I use, you can use them too. All you have to do is visit my site, Conscious, CONSCIOUSELF care, CARE.com. Take a good look around. Quantum health and healing information is available for you. You know I love Reverend Ike and the messages that he delivers, and I love his statement. If you do these things, you can't lose with the stuff I use. That's why I have these tools that are beneficial for everybody. And you all know with the Nest Wellness System, I can work with you anywhere in the world. You buy that scanning device, and then you can support everybody in your family, everybody in your community with having their scans. And I can work with you anywhere. With that Max Pulse system where I read the autonomic system, tells you what's going on with your heart, your cardiovascular system, tells you what's going on with every system in your body. This is a system that they use in the hospital to diagnose disease with. But Karen, Khadijah, Davis-Foulks, we just let you see how your body is processing. So you, as your own wellness doctor, that have educated yourself, can learn how to take better care of yourself, because you are the only one that knows what you're eating, what you're not doing in movement, and who you're giving your power to. 9 times out of 10, you're never really honest with the practitioners working with you. But I can tell you one thing. If you come to me and you get on any Nest device, you ain't got to say a word. We're going to show you what your human body field is displaying about what's going on in your body. And that way you get to be honest with yourself. So take those deep, deep breaths with me. And thank you for joining me right here on Inner Light Radio Wellness Wednesday, every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take that deep, deep breath. Jamal, get ready to set up. We're going to take our first commercial break in a moment. And like I say, so much is happening in my life. You know, I've been sharing with y'all through the month of June that my father, who left planet Earth a while ago when I was around 18 years old, he has been holding me up for a long time. And he's been really strong the month of his birthday with my mom, who's right there with him now, and coming into my Earth Day, July 15th, you know, everybody is really here. I think I get more love and more vibration from the energetic realm than I do right here on the physical realm, because most people know that I'm only with myself on my Earth Day, and haven't shared gifts and exchanges of gifts in so long, because that's how I'm about these holidays and these days that we have. I'm giving in the giving mode and the loving mode and the kindness mode every day of my life. So thank you very much for the happy birthday coming up. Blessings. I appreciate that so much. And so, you know, I sit back and I prepare little things for the show to share with you. And mostly it's from my posts that I put out. And I invite you to connect with me on Facebook, Karen Davis-Foulks, Foulks. You can Google my name anytime and find out every ways that you can connect with me and show me how to connect with you so we can share together. So, I'm healing from what is called that stroke, that hemorrhagic stroke. My food intake or my intake of foods are balanced. And people always say, well, what do you mean by balance? Are you a vegan? Are you a raw eater? Are you a vegetarian? I was everything. I've come to be a balanced eater because I understand what every element that's here that was created by the universal frequency of life put on this earth to bring a balance about for all of us. Everybody holds on to whatever modality or whatever ideology, whatever it is they want to hold on to and build their life with. And that's why I like being a conscious self-healthcare educator, because it's about letting me see, helping you see where you are in your thought process and what you feel like you need to change to assist yourself. Not so much of what I say or what I believe in or what I study, but I do share my information with you to help you make the best decision possible. So I'm a balanced eater. I do the things that I need to do for my body based on my understanding of knowledge. Yeah, I can say I've been a nutritionist for the past 30, 40 years, and but that doesn't mean anything to people, because you can be something for so many years and still don't have all the details. That's why you want to become your own health care educator. And with some information from various people and various resources, you can begin to take better care of yourself and become your own wellness doctor. So I have been doing what I've been doing for over 25 plus years. You see, inflammation is not just a food concern. Most people feel that inflammation comes from just the foods that we eat. Stress, which is dealing with too many issues in your life at one time, can contribute to inflammation, which is a part of why my body got into the state that I'm in to have the stroke. Some partly food, some partly stress, and some from a fall or hitting your head or being punched on or car accidents. Things of this nature can build up inflammation in your body. I had several major car accidents. I had a major fall in 2004. And like I said, according to my parents, I had a lot of things going on with inflammation in the brain, when I was born. And I'm thinking about my two brothers before me. Franklin, he had a lot of inflammation in his liver growing up. And my first brother, Kevin Darnell Davis, he was born with what they call water on the brain. And that's what happened to all of us. Excess fluid, excess sodium gets in the brain, but his head began to swell. And I honor my brother Kevin, because during that time, I was in about the 6th grade, and he brought so much information down to me to support me, to assist me. I'm this little girl in 6th grade, and once he couldn't stay home anymore, I used to go on the bus and go and sit with my brother and just listen to his vibration, get the information that he was sharing. And so he's been hanging around lately, talking to me, sharing things with me from the other side and saying, yeah, you was right about what was going on, with my brain. It's the same thing that's going on with yours, but yours is not as full as mine is. And guess what? You are moving that inflammation, because you can tell. Right. How can you tell? Because what? I am urinating 3 times an hour. So you can imagine 24 hours in a day. So you can imagine how much water that I am putting into my body, how much foods that are really water that I'm putting into my body to help my body and my lymphatic system purge and purify itself. See, that's the purification system, family, and that's how we move through everything. And you got to remember, inflammation is the cause of all named diseases in the body. What is called mental health problems because of the buildup of inflammation in the brain, which is part of the body. So I ask you, and I say thank you too, for coming to dance with me. So I invite you to join the group and get that book from Dr. Samuel C. West, that lymphatic cellular wellness book that teaches you all about the lymphatic system. I invite you to get that book, to join the group, Lymphatic Cellular Wellness with Lymphosizing and the Nest My Health device. I'm here and I'm ready to share. I want everybody to start being happy, to be healthy, to be in love with themselves. And we're going to have these stresses that come into our life. We're going to have things that happen, but you do not want to stay anchored. You don't want to stay anchored in that. You don't want it to build up to anger. You don't want anger to happen in your life, because it brings all the stoppages in the body, and the body can't process, and the body can't perform the way it needs to perform. Because why? It's trying to deal with that anger that you have and that you've given your power away with. People are going to say things. People are going to do things. All you can do is just sit back, look at them, listen to them. Don't process it for yourself if it's not for you, and take those deep, deep breaths, family, community, and friends. That's what it's all about. So we're going to sit back and we're going to listen to my commercial that's telling you about the things that I do, and we're going to groove to some music. Thank you for tuning in. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified anthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com.
That will make a better community. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Come on, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Let's show love and respect. Always remember, never to forget, that together we stand and divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Oh, let's help.
That's right, fam.
One another.
We got to help one another.
My sister and my brother.
Got to help one
Come
another.
on and let's help.
Let's be a blessing to each other.
All of my sisters.
Let's not bring struggle and strife into each other's lives. Let's not bring hardship into each other's lives. Let's bring harmony and peace and love and balance and tranquility. It's time for us to unite. Humanity as a whole, but definitely the African American, the black race. It's time for us to love one another, honor one another, respect one another. We got to pull this together. All we've got to do is communicate better. It's like Brother Muhammadu Malik said, we don't need anybody to be in control or responsible for this movement. It's time for us to unite as one, to join together under this national, international, and global boycott of all holidays, European holidays. Look out there and see what holidays are there for the black community. But I'm going to say this. If you decide to look at these European holidays and you know the meaning behind them and you want to change the meaning because you want your children to experience these holidays, be real with them and be truthful with them. And share the true holidays that supports the African American community, the black community. We want to do this, and we want to do this like yesterday. It's time for us to put aside all the things they have done to keep us separated so that we can work together in harmony and peace. And so I'm inviting you to do that. There's a lot of things out there that can distract you and pull you away, and sometimes it's your own family. And that means a community at large family that's pulling you away from the truth of who you are. But we got to start standing tall. We got to start standing strong. We got to be encouraged. We got to help one another, and we got to love one another. It's about community. It's about family. It's in our DNA. So it's not that hard to do. If you're not doing it, that means you're struggling against yourself. That means you're fighting against yourself. That means you're creating that karma for yourself. So why not sit back and be positive and be happy and take all situations and turn them around. We're going to come into them just like I came into this game of it's not what it looks like. What was I supposed to do? Run around and argue and fight and cuss with people? No. I just kept living my life and staying focused like I've always done when things appear and show itself to me. I'm not that kind of arguing person. Arguing don't prove any point. You know, I took courses in anger management to support people in our youth and our young adults. But I tell people straight up, forget all the stuff that I've learned, all the cognitive and all this behavioral stuff that they put in front of us. If you love yourself, if you honor yourself, if you respect yourself, knowing that people are going to go through whatever they're going to go through in life and you not take it personally, we won't get into these situations. We will help someone move up out of and beyond those words called depression and things like that. You want to stay in balance with yourself. And that's all I'm asking you to do. So when you know that you live in love and kindness, do not fear the criticism of criticizers. Some people are in your life to try and steal your joy, your power, your love of life, and your consciousness. But remember, you are in control of your life by your thoughts and your actions, not others. So come on, join me on this friendship train and never give your power to people, places, or things. You are in control of your life, not others. And you got to know this. Every opinion is not the best opinion for you. You know, even sometimes the people that you've honored through your life and you've always gone to them for information, sometimes you get a feeling that what they're telling you right now is not really supportive. But you're like, I can't say that because I got to respect them. That's my elder. They've been telling me stuff. You know, my mama told me a long time ago, yeah, you respect your elders, but when they sound like a fool, you respect yourself because you are learning and you know better. And you have to be able to discern that and know the difference. So every opinion is not the best opinion for you because you got to learn how to trust yourself. Become your own wellness doctor. Stepping out of the dark ages of healthcare. You got to love yourself and honor yourself and respect yourself. That's what I share with you on the show. And do the same thing with your body. Our bodies function the same. Everybody's body functions the same. Everybody's body functions the same. Everybody's consciousness is different. And the body regulates itself on your consciousness, how you are thinking, what you are doing internally, externally, your environment, what's all around you, what you're feeding it, them programs over and over and over again. Like now, y'all know I use the My Health device. You can go on my website and look it up. And I do use this device because it's an awesome PMF, brand new configuration of PMF's devices to assist you better. And one of the cycles, family, that I have been using all this week where all these emotions and everything is coming up, because it's like my family saying, well, since you're going through this, we're going to bring up everything that you've gone through, and we're going to help you really move through it this time, this emotional wellness that I'm going through, releasing everything and letting it go and moving on. But you got to define it. You just can't say, I'm going to let it go, I ain't thinking about it no more. No, you got to work through it. You got to move through it. You got to see how you're vibrating with it, and you want to shift that energy. So I shared with y'all how I was using the transformation cycle. The cycles offer a means of automatically delivering a series of preset My Health functions over time to achieve advanced therapeutic actions, because we are energy, and this works with the energy frequency through your human body field that reads your biochemical field and fields in your body. So, you know, I was telling you I was using the transformation cycle, which is 7 cycles in there. We got emotional energy, trust, will, tolerance, charisma, honesty, contentment, love, and the wave carrier, these wave patterns. And so I've been using that one. But the other day, energy came to me and said, you know, it's time for you to go back and use that 24-hour Chinese cycle, because, you know, I'm in this reversal stage of this hemorrhagic stroke. I'm feeling things I felt now in the 3rd month. I'm still staying in this balloon state, but I'm still doing my walk and I'm still moving around. But that feeling of bloatiness and one side bigger than the other side, I'm going through that process again. So I'm clearing up that energy field for that. I'm clearing up all the stagnation, the blockages is in that field. So it told me to go and do the 24-hour Chinese cycle, and that covers the gallbladder, the liver, the lungs, the colon, the stomach, the spleen, the heart, the small intestines, the bladder, the kidney, the heart protecting, the triple warmer, different hours of the day, like gallbladder is from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. So that's why it's a 24-hour cycle, and I was doing that. And the thing about it is the reason why I know how powerful this device is, because when everything is in balance, you can't really feel your nerves and what they're doing. But with this stroke, I can really feel the activity of my nerves on one side. And so as I was going through this Chinese cycle of wellness, every time my body would get into this certain state and everything started vibrating, I run and I look down because I'm working with it in the off-body mode and broadcast mode. So anybody can work with it that can't work hands-on people. You can still have it in your practice because it works and was tested through the broadcast mode. And so I run and I look and I see where it's giving me all this vibration in my body. And I say, oh, wow, that's the liver. So I'm glad I'm working on detoxifying my liver, cleaning up my liver, releasing everything, not letting any anger set in or anything like that. And so these are very, very powerful cycles on this system. And like I said, I'm not even really using the pharmaceuticals right now. I do my nest scan. I look at what it says, but I'm working with the mental side of it, the conscious side of it, the higher side of things. So I know that's going to filter down and support everything that's underneath of that. And so probably next month I will actually get back into actually doing the protocols from the scan. But this is just to let you know the same way I invite you to go out to my website and download the free ebook, Feel Good, Feel Better with the Feel Good Pharmaceuticals from Nest. And we talk about some conscious things as we doing that in that book, which is now shortly getting ready to turn into a book for sale, hard book coming out. And so the ebook is not going to be available much longer. So I'm inviting you to go to my website and download that ebook for free and read over things and visit Nest Health website, my website, and step into the future of healthcare. Quantum healthcare, becoming your own wellness doctors. A lot of things, just a little bit of information that you got to probably tweak things with so that things will work better in your life. And so I'm vibrating. Actually, today I'm vibrating to ESR, emotional stress release, because as these things come up, these incidents, these remembrances, these things come up, I want to keep my body at ease. And so I do that through the breath. I do that through breathing. I do that through relaxation. I do that by being still, by listening to harmonious music, and I also use my health to support my body with helping those frequencies stay in balance. Self-health care and how to become your own wellness doctor. Self-care, self-love, and self-respect. Persistence is the key in everything we do. If you are living in alignment with your personal purpose, just keep moving. If you're not and not doing the work, your breakthrough is in the work. It's in the consciousness, creation, actions of your thought. You got to have these thoughts of positiveness, of uplifting. You got to see and look at your future. See where you're going in your now moment. See it now, and you will have it in what is known as the future. Because it's only now. That's all we have is now. So how are you vibrating to yourself? Are you sitting back? Are you focused on yourself? Are you taking those deep, deep breaths? You're processing pretty fast. You're thinking about all the things that you've given your power to and what you're going to let go of. I remember sometimes I used to smack my hand. Stop thinking like that. Don't think like that no more. That's not a healthy thought for you. Don't give that thought any more power. It didn't come out the way you want. Things are not happening the way you want. Okay, look at it for what it is. And what can you make out of it to make your life better? It's all about you. And you have the key. You have the key to doing that, to making your life better. I was reading out on Facebook the other day, and I saw this post that came around, and I like this. It says, we must stop confusing religion and spirituality. Religion is a set of rules, regulations, and rituals created by humans, which are supposed to help people spiritually. Due to human imperfection, religion has become corrupt political, decisive, and a tool for power struggle. Now, spirituality is not theology or ideology. It is simply a way of life, pure and original, as given by the Most High. Spirituality is a network linking us to the Most High, the universe, and each other. Spirituality is a network linking us to the Most High, the universe, and each other. We are one with each other, even if we don't want to say it, humanity. And that's why you can't get caught up in stressing yourself out over situations and things that's happening now. What can you do? Asking yourself, what can you do in your life to make the lives around you better, to move forward in peace, love, and harmony? I ask you this question. What would it take for humanity, both individual and collectively, to finally rise to the challenge of being the best that we can be? Wellness, the best that we can be. And if we think like that collectively as a unit, we'll find that we can shift many things that is occurring on this planet. There's more people that's vibrating to truth, love, and harmony than there is not. A lot of lessons and remembrance has been coming to me through my parents and through my own life as I really have worked through this. And I'm going to say traumatic, because when people deliberately go out, it's a deliberate creation to bring chaos and confusion in your life, like they have done my life. They deliberately do these things. You really got to sit back and process your life. And it's an opportunity to release some things that you've been holding on to that maybe that you thought that you have released when you sit back and center yourself and be focused on yourself. And not work through anger and not work through frustration, but it's a conscious thing. It's a self-love, a self-care, and a self-respect. And what are you doing to hold yourself in certain situations? And where are you giving your power to? And so a thought came to me the same way the thought came to me about corporate America and what I went through at corporate America and how I went to Dr. Frances Quest Welsing, working in corporate America as management of a division and all the things that was going on. And she simply told me what my parents had told me all my life, to love myself and to honor yourself. And that's all we can do is be aware of what's going on. And when you're aware of it, then you can make those strategic moves. So a lesson from my parents this week. I was thinking about this as my body is shifting and changing. So I'm going to share something with you about me personally. After being raped by 2 black men in the 12th grade, almost blinded in one eye, after looking at the address, after being told not to, and dumped in the street where I lived in Southeast Washington, D.C. I am in that state of thought now. I was the early part of this week. And as I purge the feeling of the rape that has been done on my life over many years and up to this present moment from individuals that say they were friend and family members, not knowing the truth about what was going on, they didn't know how they were being played by other people. They thought that it was something that my mother had put into place because she was told certain things. And that's why I say by individuals that say they were friend and family members. Feeling this pain once again like I felt when my body was taken when I was raped by these 2 black men. That same kind of pain came through me this week. But I hear my parents saying to me energetically as I release tears of acknowledgement of this and really, really moving through this. My father, Charles Davis, and my mother, Shirley Davis Hardy, is telling me their name for me was Little Baby, Karen. As I'm writing this, my siblings were also beginning to hug me like they are with me today. And they're telling me there is no greater love than self-love. That's why you keep using that. That's why you put that vibration in you, that self-love. Keep loving yourself more than ever now because, my dear, your life is beautiful and wonderful. And that's where that poem came through last week that I shared with you, Beautiful and Wonderful. It came through my sister writing about her life. She sent me that poem and told me now that it's also to bless you. So I love it when energy speaks to me. So living with grace and dignity and kindness, with self-love for self and what seems like a cruel and unkind world. You got to live in grace and dignity and kindness with self-love for self in what seems like a cruel and unkind world, because it's not what it feels like. Yes, people can be unloving and unkind. However, you must love yourself more so that you can love them more. Taking that deep, deep breath. Centering yourself before you speak, because you know they must be hurting if they're bringing you some disharmony. And never give the power to anyone, because it is never what it looks like or really feels like. It is what you know in your heart, that heartfelt feeling, that heartfelt love. You know the difference. You can feel it. You know what that love is, that self-love. And this love is kindness. So my family told me to keep rising. This is part of a chapter in my soon-to-be-released book. And the experience that I am having right now as things are shifting and clearing in my life. Black self-care, self-love, and self-respect are the key to Black people's liberation. Self-love, what a fantastic way to navigate the world. So are you practicing this glorious skill? If you're not, as you take these breaths through the week, you got to remember to tune into yourself and take these deep, deep breaths. So we're talking about this movement that started by Brother Humam Abdul Malik, and it runs through July 1st. I say to July 22nd because I work in even numbers, and even though he said to July 20th, my hashtag for you to find out more about it is hashtag BLACKPEOPLESKEMETICBOYCOTTHAM, HAM. You can also visit Brother Humam's Abdul website to find out what's going on, and that is Blackanized, BLACKAZIN, Blackanized, NIZE, Blackanized at Weebly.com. And the energy is telling me that you spell Blackanized in your mind all wrong. BLACKANIZE, Blackanized. You want to visit his website and click on that link, the same link as the hashtag, and listen to that speech by Frederick Douglass. I got the whole speech out there for you to look at if you're not familiar with it and want to know what the 4th of July speech was all about. You can go out there and you can listen to that speech. It's also on my website too, consciousselfcare.com. You can click on the link on my website to get to Brother Humam Abdul Malik's website. And you want to listen to that speech and you want to ask yourself, how you've been doing things, how you've been processing things, and if there's something that you can possibly do different to assist yourself, your family, your loved ones, and your community. Because it's time to put those dollars where those dollars are really going to count. There's a lot of people that have a lot of businesses that's mimicking the other communities' businesses, and we need to start supporting them whenever we can through the internet, in person, sharing with our community where businesses are open up at. And so I'm being asked a question about breathing. I can hear it, and so I just want to say, like focusing on breathing is very important because it brings so many positive things to your mind and to your body and to your life. So here's a little step that you can do. Place your hand just beneath your navel so you can feel the gentle rise and fall of your belly as you are breathing. Looking at a baby's breath, it's the best breath and the best breathing possible. If we could maintain that as adults, we could really help our body purify itself. Breathe in slowly. Pause for a count of 3. Breathe out. Pause for a count of 3. Continue to take a few slow, deep breaths, or alternatively, while sitting comfortably in whatever comfortable position you want to be in. Take a few slow, deep, deep breaths and silently repeat to yourself some affirmation with the most powerful 2 words in this universe. I am. I am as you breathe in. at what? I'm at peace and harmony and love and balance with myself as I breathe out. I give my power to no one as I breathe out. Repeat slowly 2 or 3 times. Then feel your entire body relax into the support of however you're choosing to be. Setting, being in the lotus position, standing, breathing. I can't tell people what movement to get into is all for them. So it's all about creating a balance and a harmony and peace and love with yourself. And this is time to ask yourself, how do you look at these holidays? Do they stress you out? Are you trying to please so many people because they're waiting for gifts around this around this time? Are you going into debt? You know, what are you doing based on these holidays? And it's time to unite. Black dollars, building a new Wall Street, a black Wall Street. Let's change this. None of us got to complain. We ain't got to be worried or concerned if we start collectively supporting one another. And we truly, truly, really need to do this. And how can we do this? It might be to change your faith. So reach deep, deep down inside. Remove your faith, not of God's. You are holding on to what you don't know. It is stored in a folder of God's faith way. So search your hard drive. Find the folder. Look deep, deep down your tree. Remove the files that are right protected. Release the shutter and open wide. Life is going to make you feel whole again inside. Turn away from controlled faith and give your faith to divine faith. You see, the faith of the world is not the right way. Walk on his wisdom, not of the world's wisdom. See, not of this world, but of his world. You see, the wisdom of life's true faith. Take no thought to what you think. From this world's source, life does not grow. Seek first the highest consciousness of life. This is your kingdom to heaven. For what you think and feel is what you create. The universe asks no question, so hold your ears wide open. Hear the answers to your life questions. He knows the plan. He created the path. Walk on his faith. See good, for he created you in his image, not the image of this world's life, not that image that you've been seeing. It's an energetic vibration of love and kindness. For you are the root and the offspring of his blessed way, of this blessed way. He gave you a right to a good life. It is up to you to have the heart and mind to change your faith. His faith is responsible for bringing the invisible to the visible. So make your thoughts his thoughts and bring those realities that you have in your conscious mind. Bring them to life. Develop and gradually move forward from one mansion to another. Because family, community, and friends, I am here to share with you 100%. That the files in the folder, they are not right protected. See the issues of this world not to be true. His faith creates a world of good for peace and wealth and health and love, joy and happiness and harmony. We're talking about truth and serenity. So what do you have to do? If you're not there, if you're not vibrating to this frequency of life, what do you have to do? You have to change your faith to this tremendous faith, this faith of the word they use, God, Allah, Jehovah, whatever name that you want to call it, but it's an energy force of life of creation. If you need to give it a name, my name is energy. I love energy. And when I get stuck in any situation, like they say, that sunken hole, I'm not going down no rabbit hole, and I'm not staying in no sunken hole because I'm going to vibrate myself up. As soon as I feel that, how quickly can I turn it around? Because you got to honor what you go through. You can't say it didn't happen. You can't say you didn't feel it. You got to honor it. You got to look at it. You got to talk to it. And then you got to renew your mind. Renew your minds. I'm talking to your family telling you to renew your minds. You got to renew your minds daily. You got to renew your actions daily. You got to renew your mind by tuning into yourself and see that God is, the universal frequency is right there as you, inside of you, vibrating through you, speaking to you through your brothers, through your sisters, through your neighbors, through your cousin. You got to look at it all as vibrating of love and energy. Because see, when somebody is doing something that doesn't seem in harmony and peace with life and bringing corruption in somebody's life, you got to take a deep breath with them and say, you want to think about that because you're bringing that to yourself. You're creating that for your own life. It's time to vibrate to love and peace and harmony. And I'm telling you, family and community, you can do it. You can do it. You got to stop forcing life. You got to stop forcing life. You got to tune into yourself. That's what it's all about. Because life is beautiful and wonderful. We all going to have a tornado of life sometimes. But in reflection of incidents, you got to get in a reflection so you can understand what you're doing. So I want you to go out. I want you to visit that website, blackanized.weebly.com. See what the boycott is all about. If you can't get to it from what I said, you can always go to my website, 4, the number 4, CELLLIFE.com. This boycott is going on, the premiere of it, July 1st through the 20th. You want to buy black, think black, support black, go out there, read about holidays, learn about your holidays, find something that you can hold on to, committing to share with your family, pick up a new book, go to the library. You want to learn something different about the power of the African-American black family and what we have given to this world and raise your and your children's vibration. You want to look at how you're feeding yourself and feeding your family. We got to make these changes, and we got to make these changes now. But the greatest change of all is to love yourself enough to love everybody around you and what's going on. No matter what it looks like, you want to be in a vibration of love, the vibration of peace, the vibration of harmony and joy. So take that deep, deep breath through the week. I invite you to do that. Visit my website. Join my Facebook groups, Wellness Stories, WELLNESSSSTORIES. Time to share your wellness story, to be motivation with somebody else. We honor each person in April. April is Conscious Self, Healthcare, and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. April 30th being Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. We're still in the midst of honoring our recipients this year. You recently heard from Sister Ayo Handy Kendi, the breathologist. She was the recipient of the Shirley R. Davis Hardy Senior Wearology Award, named after my mother, and the other two recipients of the recipient of the Hadari Abdul Ali Conscious Self Healthcare Award this year is Brother Humam Abdul Malik. He hasn't made the time to come on the show yet, but I guess he'll schedule his time. Debbie Littrell Ventura, she's coming on very soon. She was a recipient of the I don't know why somebody is messing with you right now. Keep sending me information down, but she was the recipient of the Visionary Community Award, and she'll be coming on soon to accept her award and share with you what she's doing to support the community at large. And that's what it's all about. It's time for us to be in harmony and peace. First, you have to take care of yourself. You got to honor yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to do what's best for you, as long as you're doing it in harmony and peace and not bringing any harm to anyone else. Once you're in balance with yourself, if you got a mate, you want to make sure that you're working in harmony and peace with your partner. Then you want to look at your family. You got to bring your children in harmony and peace. So if you've been a yelling parent, if you've been an angry parent, if you haven't been a comforting parent, a loving parent, you know you've been going through a lot and you've been putting it on your kids. Be adult enough to sit back and say, I need to take a deep breath. I need to go to my child and just say, look, I've been in the state. We need to work together. Understand what mommy's been going through. Understand what daddy's been going through. It's a lot out there, but we're getting back in harmony. So be courageous enough and big enough to also be able to sit back, take a new view, take a new look at what's going on in your life, and be in harmony and peace with yourself. That's what this show is all about. That's why I say tune into yourself while you tune into me. And the information that I use, that I work with, I'm ready to come to you. You can invite me. You can have a party. You can get the people together. If you're in Washington, Baltimore, Virginia, if you, wherever you are, I'll go to Timbuktu to support you with reading your human body field, with knowing what your internal workings of your body is saying to you. So I'm going to leave you as we close out with some of my favorite people, as he say, my spiritual husband, who held my hand for almost 10 minutes at one of his shows and made everybody upset. Why is he holding that girl's hand? I'm going to leave you with Gil Scott-Heron. And I want to thank you for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Hour and taking the time to take those deep breaths through the week and honor yourself. Thank you so much, family.
I'm gonna take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm gonna take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me, yeah. Birds got something to teach us all about being free, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. And I think I'll call it morning from now on. Why should I survive on sadness and tell myself I've got to be alone? Why should I subscribe to this world's madness, knowing that I've got to live on? Knowing that I've got to live on. Knowing that I've got to live on. Yeah, I think I'll call it morning from now on. I'm gonna take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm gonna take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me, yeah. 'Cause why should I hang my head? Why should I let tears fall from my eyes when I've seen everything there is to see? And I know that there ain't no sense in crying. I know there ain't no sense in crying. Yeah, I think I'll call it morning from now on, yeah. I'll call it morning from now on, yeah. 'Cause there ain't gonna be no rain, be no rain, be no rain, be no rain from now on, yeah. Wake up, yeah. Well, what you tell me now? What you tell me now?
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on Interlight Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadija Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, consciousselfcare.com, or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.